9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the new podcast. I am Rick from Uncle Rick's Genetics and Great Green Door.
And I am Ryan with Great Green Door.
And I'm who the fuck is Todd? The boys.
That's awesome. So this is the first time we are going live this way. So it is definitely new for us. So definitely let us know if there's anything going on with the live that's not working or anything like that. We are live currently right now on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you are on our YouTube channel, Great Green Door YouTube channel, you can find us there. It looks like it is working right on Facebook. Peter Klinger, what's going on, brother? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Peter?
Hello, sir.
I like that. Look at that. It's fancy.
It is. Butter, what's going on, brother?
What's going on?
What's up,
What's
guys?
up,
Welcome. Add Jamie. You guys got to do the tags. We can't do the tags anymore. So I do apologize for that. But welcome to the Anything Grows podcast. Very excited about this. It is going to be broadcasted on multiple platforms. We're going to add some more. But welcome. We're going to start this the way we always know how. Smoke them.
Yep. That's it. And like Uncle Rick was saying, guys, is there anything that you guys see that's out of place or different or something that's not right? This is new software to us, so please let us know. We're still learning.
Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
Welcome.
Hey, Jamie. Happy Mother's Day, Jamie.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I have to say, Rick, I am truly impressed with what you've thrown together, and it's just awesome. Already enjoying the heck out of it.
Some of our favorite people are here as well. I'm going to hopefully open this and it not be playing in the background so I can see comments. Plant Guy Eric, what's going on, brother? Good evening, my man.
Yo, what's up, Eric?
Looking for
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Looking for some familiar faces out here. Glad we got some people in here. I'm glad it's working. They can't add you anymore. I can add actually.
I think if I go through Facebook, I can. We can't do it through here though.
Right. So yeah. I can tag Max Blend. Let me tag Max. Give me some people to tag since this is
Bobby, Max,
Chris,
Bobby, Swen, Chris,
Bobby.
Welcome, Nick.
Chris Plummer. Swen, I believe I tagged already, but
Richard.
Rich, John, Harmon, where is it at? There we go. Cicero, William Groover. Who am I missing here?
Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy?
Jesse,
James. You got Rich?
Rosa.
Thought you were locked out for a minute. Well, you are here.
You're here, brother. You're here.
So tonight we want to do kind of a little bit of an intro to Anything Grows, give everybody kind of an idea of what we're out here to do. We are missing two people in our two of our podcast hosts here are not present right now. Hope you're doing well too, sir. Much love, brother. I see you're about to start your huge cross country trip, and that seems like I want to go on it. That is super, super cool, bro.
That's a beautiful trailer.
Great luck to you, my man.
Beautiful camper.
Todd.
Oh, thank you.
Jamie loves your background.
Thank you. I had a few to pick from, and my lampshade was still showing up in the background. So this is what we landed
It
on.
wants to be in the live too, man. That thing's famous.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, if he leans the right way.
If I lean the right way, well.
Oh, it's
So-
off right now.
There it was.
You're good.
So just for the people tuning in or people that are going to see this that don't know, again, I'm Rick, and I'm basically a person who doesn't give up with anything. 1,400 miles. Nice, dude.
That's a hoof, dude.
That's great, though.
Let me in. You have time. I don't actually know how that would work. I just started this program 5 minutes before this, dude. I do apologize. I have it set up for a bunch of random stuff. I don't even know how to use it. I'm not going to test my luck.
No.
We got it running somewhat smooth. Yeah, the other host, Jamie. So obviously Hot Rod Wally will be involved, but we brought on Swen for this podcast. We figured he'd be an excellent addition to the team. Very knowledgeable man.
Right up his alley.
Awesome guy. So
right. So as someone as myself, I never have given up on really anything. One of them is understanding how everything works. Anything Grows is going to be a podcast that is going to outline how it's more than just cannabis that we all want to love and grow, and love to grow. But there are many other things that you need to learn how to cultivate to make your life easier, help to understand what's happening in different stages of plant life, fungus life, microbial life. People don't consider this, but the life of water, you know what I mean?
You're a beast to work.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly, Eric.
What's
up, Jesse?
Hi, Jesse.
Welcome. So,
the catfish.
Some people don't consider Max. What's going on?
Max,
what's up, brother?
I like turtles. So some people don't consider that water has a life and has a cycle and goes through many different processes as well. Going to put the Osiris together tonight. Good, dude.
Yeah,
love
Peter.
to see that.
Hell
love
yeah,
to see
bro.
that.
Good afternoon, Alan.
Alan, welcome. Afternoon.
And we love that you're our friend, Jamie.
Absolutely, Jamie.
Much love.
You're like the mother of the group.
She is awesome.
She keeps us all in line.
Yeah, she does.
She keeps Chris in line.
Yeah,
she keeps
definitely
keeps
Chris tamed. Yeah.
Oh man,
I love it though. The banter back and forth.
Oh,
bought yourself some basil and dill and marigolds for outside grow. That's what's up, man. Bud. That's actually part of Anything Grows. There's I'm gonna go over the course guide for the first 5 episodes. Just give everybody an idea, into what we're trying to do. Because again, as I said, giving up's not an option. Understanding knowledge is power, and that you really can get a better result just by having more information in your head. Curious about your light in a direct comparison AC EFO. A direct comparison to anything, just consider everything that you can buy that's big and name brands, basically all the same stuff, Max. Much love, Plant Guy Eric in the house. Just came in from the hoop house trying to get fully secured for the next windstorm. Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely hope you get it tied down. That's the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, right. You get nervous. Things fly.
Right, dude. Every time the wind blows hard, you're like, shit.
Is this
Jamie,
it? Is this
you
the
cracked
gas?
me up.
Sounds good.
Someone's got to have Chris.
Yeah.
Much love.
Oh, that's great.
Much love. So our episode course guide for episode 1, which will be next week. Episode 1 is the Green Genesis, Embracing Nature's Indoor. So you are looking to replicate outdoors inside. That's what we are trying to do. We're trying to give the most optimal condition inside with regard to how they grow outside.
I got you. That's
Oh
some
man,
depth, huh? Yeah.
keep the heat under 100. Wow.
Damn, bro.
Episode 2 will be Soil Microbiome 101, the tiny heroes below the surface. Our episode 3 will be Mycorrhiza Magic, the fungi that allies for roots. Episode 4 will be the fantastic fungi of mushrooms and microbials.
Yeah.
EP 5 will be Worms at Work, the casting crusades. So we are going deep into understanding the soil food web. And we're going to be diving deeper into understanding how plants can get more out of a rich soil with lots of life
and
than just food.
So
Much love, Peter. Put him in the ground,
we're
brother.
gonna dive deep into like we in the past we've talked about a lot of this stuff, but I think what we're doing is going even deeper. If you want to use soil as a deeper into every aspect of it, so you'll understand when someone says,
Jesse.
"This is too funny."
Jesse, actually, I don't want to go too far, but what we do call this is Great Green University. So this is the very tip to toe into the pond of, the fountain
GGU
of information from GGU. So I do appreciate you seeing it that way, because that's how we've always been aiming it. Roger Clark, what's going on, brother? Welcome.
Hey, Roger.
Good afternoon, Roger.
Is this Max? I'm cleaning a hamster cage while watching. Totally, my daughter's supposed to be cleaning this thing, man. Sucker from a baby.
Yeah, well,
hey, bro, you're just a good dad, man.
Mac, I did that with my daughters with the turtle. I got them a pet turtle, and it was the size of a quarter when I bought it off the street in Chinatown, New York. Size of a quarter. They sold them for soup. I bought one. We had that thing. My daughter was 13 years old, and we still had it. It was still alive, and
oh yeah, they'll live forever, man.
I had to clean the cage. I had to clean the tank.
I would like to just add in here. Peter asked a question here. I'm going to pop it back up here. He said, "Do you think that they do better under rain, like watering systems?" Speaking of nature, so. One of the things that absolutely, and I don't know why this isn't up here, but let's get this here. Anything grows. So one of the things that's important to understand is what happens with this whole thing. Like when you look at nature and how plant perceives rain and what happens when it rains, those raindrops are starting to hit the leaves, and actually the plant's systemic response will be to heighten itself. What happens is at that time, mold spores in nature, when it's outside, can travel quite easily around with the water, being that it's raining. Then you have the humidity being extremely high. So the plant actually goes into a whole nother mode of defense as soon as it starts to rain, because those tendencies are there in nature, and that can happen. So if you could, in a system where it's completely controlled and you don't have funguses and stuff like that, and you could really clear out the room from being over humidified and too much moisture, yes, you could do that. I would say you'd want to dim the lights as well as it would be in nature, going to like 10% on your lighting, having it, rain in there.
Cloudy day, yeah.
Yep. The only thing you can't replicate is the ion exchange in the air. After a thunderstorm, have you ever gone out and smell the air? It has a smell, and you can kind of, sometimes if you're lucky, you get the earthy smell from the earth as well. And that's all, I believe it's positive ions. And positive ions is something that, hasn't really been worked
publicated.
Growing.
Let's say publicated. Because there's a lot of bro science. That's what we would call it now, but pseudoscience, whatever you really want to call it, dude. But like, yes, there is an absolute there's something in the air. It's like you could feel it, And the same
Right,
thing happens
100%.
when you go. Same thing happens when you go to a fucking stadium filled with people. The air is electrified. It's like you can
Right.
actually feel like if you close your eyes, you feel like everybody around you, just as if you're looking at them, and it's pretty wild, man.
We're all made of energy, and when we're
We are.
excited, we expel that energy. And
Yep.
if you're
Right.
all excited about the same thing in a stadium, you got one huge thing. They
Frequency,
just had
right.
that concert over at VCU and a Metallica concert. And at the stadium, they always use Enter Sandman as the entrance for the football team.
Right.
So it was so loud it set the Richter scales off here in Virginia because it's up in Plattsburgh.
Right.
And it's been on the internet, but it's freaking amazing. Everyone stomps their feet.
Yeah, that's cool.
But and it blew Metallica away. They were like, they know that it's used because I guess they have to get permission to use it at every game, I would imagine. But it's just awesome. And you're right. There is electricity in the air with stuff like that.
100%.
Well, here's an odd thing to consider. So you have stuff like the ancient tribes would do a dance, right? They would dance to make the water and the rain grow their crops,
Right.
And they would dance and do all this stuff.
Peace out,
Have a good
Alan.
one, Alan. And one of the things that's weird about it is they actually went and did some research about these dances they would do. And if you actually hit the soil, and there is a lot of the food web living in that, and it's all like living, everything's booming.
Yes.
If you hit it, it sends a wave into it, and that wave makes that grow. So it makes the mycorrhiza grow, it makes the funguses grow, it makes things more interconnected in the area. So these guys would do a rhythmic dance at the same time, and it would actually make the plants grow like more. So what they were doing was actually legitimate. It's something that was really helping. You're looking at this from a sense of they were doing it to like dance or pray to a god, but in reality, they were doubling or tripling the,
frequencies,
the network.
Yeah.
Well, it was the food web network. They're essentially growing a food web network, and now you have plants. Exactly, Eric. You have plants that now could communicate over vaster areas. Yes. It's more of a oneness versus all this other stuff. William Groover, good evening, brother.
Hey, William.
Put it in the ground. Who the fuck is Todd?
Thank you, brother.
Nice. But yeah, that's actually something that has been proven to be real. So, vibration, frequency, that all has something to do with it. And when we're all on the same wavelength, right, which is a vibrational frequency, you could definitely feel that. You know what I mean?
100%. Yep.
Yeah, and you can always, hey, you want to know a quick, easy way to explain this? If someone with a bad attitude walks into a room of a bunch of people that are having a great time, don't you feel that immediately?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's and it's
like an oxygen thief.
Exactly.
Right.
You actually feel that. And I mean, I used to be a bouncer at some clubs, and I could sense if there was going to be a fight way before that fight. Yeah. And I was like, oh boy,
Todd, I could see you throwing elbows, dude, as a bouncer.
I 6'2", 250 pounds, weightlifter. Big boy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now give me the sad trumpet.
It wasn't a need for it yet. There wasn't.
Okay. Yeah.
Kevin, awesome. What's going on, brother? Welcome.
Hey, Kevin.
Comment 100%.
Frequency, 100%, Kevin. Yep.
Everything's frequency. Everything.
Time is small for a bouncer. Oh man, that was right
I
there.
look small in the screen here. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
was a
but
big boy.
when was
He
this?
was
Back
he was the
in
body. He was like a
Oh, it was in the
legitimate
90s.
bodybuilder.
I was a
Yeah.
bodybuilder. I was a manager.
People weren't all juiced up back then. So a guy
Uh-huh.
6'3",
Yeah.
6'2", 250, that was a big fella.
6'2", 250. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2" and I'm 165.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But you just,
I'm just straight
yeah.
muscle. That's all I am.
That's all you are. Yeah.
That's your diet too, bro.
Jamie, I
You eat
can
very well.
completely feel you with that because I have the same kind of thing going on.
No one tagged me. Native, I'm so sorry, dude. I was supposed to tag you. I literally just went over it, and it wasn't just me this time. We all
sorry,
threw
Native.
names out. Sorry, brother.
Sorry, bro.
Would it help if I tagged? You know what?
How you feeling, brother?
There you go.
Yeah, how's your
got
jaw, bro? How's the jaw doing, man?
I got you tagged now.
That's great.
All right. So we're good. Yeah. How you doing, man? I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he's
Indoor is
his
bigger
hands
than-
dirty yesterday, ripping a turbo out of his wife's car that he just put in 150 miles ago.
Eric said his indoor is bigger than he is. Congratulations, sir. That's making it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, William,
That's what we like to hear, brother.
I'm just I'm all legs, I guess.
Yeah.
Good to hear, Native. So,
Awesome.
one thing,
Chris.
One thing.
We both said it at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
One thing that I want to say is this podcast is not going to be as straightforward as last time. We will have segments.
Mm-hmm.
One of the segments we're not going to tell you about because we are going to run it tonight.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited to run this one.
Uh-huh.
But you know, that's just going to be one segment at another time. We are going to have the companion plant of the week. That is going to be a segment that we throw down so that maybe you guys want to start playing with companion plants.
Yeah.
Yes, the drums.
Do the drums still apply here?
Of course.
Absolutely.
We can have drums for sound effects.
Smoke them if you got them.
We've upgraded, Jamie.
We've got drums for when you throw the drums in.
Yeah, we do.
We do. But yeah, we're going to have segments through this being, you know, like I said, companion plants is going to be one of them. Companion plant of the week. I think that Rod was talking about doing a grower of the week. That he wanted to highlight a grower of the week.
It's all brand new and fresh.
Yeah,
right.
You know, so we
maybe got
trying
some
on a new
names in mind. And...
pair of new sneakers, breaking them in, checking them out.
Yeah, it's gonna be great if we can get everything to work stellarly.
I think we're gonna.
But yeah, this is going to be a different type of a podcast for sure. Yeah. We are looking to change things up a bit. I'm just trying to make sure we're working right on Facebook.
It's funny you say that.
I'm watching. Everything looks good.
It's funny you say that, Mike, because we were discussing basil earlier as a companion plant.
Yeah, basil's great. What is it? It's red clover, I'm pretty sure. There's clover. Red clover is better than just clover. Yeah. There's like a myriad of things that you can do to ensure your plant is going to have like everything through all the cycles that it's going to go through without you having to stress out about going and putting a ton of crap in your soil or overdoing it. There's new stuff. Yes. This is a new podcast, Chris. It's called Anything Grows.
Bro, you'll get it down. It'll be easy. It's just another program you guys to watch. You know?
Yeah, it's hopefully coming through good on Facebook. We are live on YouTube as well under Great Green Door. So feel free to watch us in either place. Your comments, all comments where we stream to, will come to us here and come up on the screen. John Harmon, what's going on, brother? Welcome.
John, what's up, man?
Good evening. Good evening. But yeah, we've upgraded so that we can better bring you some more information and magic.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Mike.
Sending me 2 bags. That's cool, dude.
That's awesome.
Do you have to do anything for them, or they're just sending them to you? Yeah, John Harmon, absolute double OG, A1 Day 1. He should get an A1 Day 1 shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
Just says OG, Uncle Rick.
OG.
I really like the idea of just making your own soil.
TV.
Yeah, man.
You digging it, Jesse?
Thanks.
I like it on YouTube. All right.
Oh,
on
okay,
YouTube?
cool.
He's on YouTube. Thank you, John. Much
That's
love.
cool,
Yeah,
John.
All
right.
That's
YouTube
awesome, man.
Yeah. Is everything coming
brother.
through all right over there, man?
Working on teleportation. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that. So if you get there before me, Peter, let me know, sir.
Yeah, just stop by. We'll have a fucking thing.
Yeah, stop by. We haven't smoked him in a sec. I'm gonna pack this bong up. No one has put the drum rolls through though, so you can put them through on any live that we are a part of. You are welcome. In fact, missioned. You are obligated to throw some drums in there.
Oh yeah, yes.
They want you to run water only.
Hell yeah, man.
How I would say Fox Farm. Well, that's cool, man. If you got the time and space, and that's awesome, man. I don't know if I could get into that because I would want to do like the best job possible, and running something for the first time, I always fuck something up or whatever.
Ta-da!
Smoke them if you got them. We'll get a smoke them if you got them sound effect. They use 30% food compost from local restaurants. That's fucking cool. Awesome, dude.
That's badass, man.
That's fucking awesome.
You got to keep us updated, bro.
I was talking to Mike yesterday.
Chris.
Texting him, and I had a question about bugs, man.
Jesse, John's over there with you, brother.
Yeah.
You and John.
I'm lonely.
Will, welcome. How you doing?
What's up, Will?
Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Will.
Welcome to the live. Soil's expensive.
So, like I was saying, I was talking to Mike about that.
Hey, man, take it where you can, right?
You're right, exactly. Yeah. You want to
whatever, dude.
Free soil? Okay.
What about bugs, guys? With something like
bugs?
that, it's composted from food. That's what I was talking to him about. Texting with him yesterday. I just don't know how it would be. You
just have to be up on your ppm.
What I would imagine would be the most conscious thing. Number one is food compost isn't just like always food compost. They could feed it to worms and it'd still be food compost.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It would be food processed into worm castings, which you could just put outside and make compost with food compost.
I'm sure
you could add all that in. I'm sure it's not one process. And if it is one process, again, it has to be old. That shit's got to be old.
It's broken down.
I wonder in the production, maybe they take it into a freezer and freeze it, really hyper freeze it, and then, kill any chance of anything coming up or hatching.
Besides freezing, freezing doesn't really work that well because a lot of these larvae can last through that. So a better process that they use is something called solarization, where they basically just put it in the sun or they bake it.
Right.
That's good to know, John.
But solarizing depletes the soil microscopic film biome, which is this little tiny thin layer of water that exists within, and it allows for stuff to pass through the medium, which is the soil, on the level for microbials and funguses and stuff like that. So when you deplete it down to a certain level, that's when you get the term hydrophobic, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So when you have something that's hydrophobic, it's also very dormant, if not dead, microbially. You know, NPK
Right.
rating,
You buy a lot of cheap soils, you'll see that you pour water on it and it floats up in the water and it doesn't, doesn't quite
Who
do
knows?
it.
I'm just a grower.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you see them skimping on the fact that they don't want to pay shipping. So, like when we were doing soil, when I was selling soil, a 2 cubic foot bag. How heavy do you think it was?
2 cubic, it would be 36 pounds.
76 pounds.
What?
76 pounds. How much
Yeah.
soil now?
Right, 2 cubic feet.
Because
It
it
was
wasn't polarized.
hydrated.
Okay.
It was hydrated. It was ready to plant in. It
Oh,
was
okay.
moist. Right.
Okay.
So it's different, bro. And a lot of these guys,
They don't
we'll
want to pay that.
see in a second, plant guy, Eric. But they don't want to pay that for shipping. And
Right.
nobody can even carry that in the fucking store. So what they do is they solarize it to get it down to about 20 to 25 pounds. But what happens is you kill everything that's in there, or it goes extremely dormant. This was the strategy for who's that company that starts with an S? Everybody loves their soil. What is it, dude?
I don't know. Are you talking about Costa Maine?
I'm
Start with an S. No.
It starts with an S.
All
I'm
my
drawing
plants
a
died
blank.
when I go from the hospital after 4 days. It sucks. Yeah, dude, that's shitty. Seeing fungus at blackberry bush outside, 7-gallon container yesterday. I looked, seeing some light, fuzzy white mold on the side.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
A couple days, cinnamon, leave it. Just let it be, man. It's probably the right type of fungus.
Yeah,
it's a microbial life. That's what you got.
It's a mycorrhiza.
Sohum.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's what it
Jesse.
is. Thank you.
Sohum. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Kevin. That's what Ryan was thinking of.
That's why I went to Costa Maine.
No, it's the Sohum. So Sohum's key process is to kill the microscopic film biome just to a certain amount that things are dormant. And then they want you to plant a plant in that as a seedling. And this soil's apparently hot, right? But it's not hot to seedling because it's not because it's organic, it's because the microbial life is on life support. Water it, then it starts to come back. And in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, once the plant is out of the seedling stage, starting the vegetative cycle, you have this microbial life starting to boom, and then the plant starts to boom, and it all goes together. So that's what Sohum does that makes their soil that has almost nothing in it but bacteria and fungus and a little NPK is able to, recycle and reuse and go through it. That's how they do it.
Oh, it's very popular.
Yes, Sohum's super popular, but that's the thing. Now, again, another issue with buying bag soil, because of microbial and insect life, is you get all sorts of shit from it sitting in a warehouse. Powder mold, brother. Also 7 gallons outside. It's tight, slowly transplanted. 7 to 26. You'll be impressed.
God bless.
But yeah, dude, I have literally seen 1,000 bags of soil come from a place that it got rained on, it was hydrated, stuff found it, laid eggs in it, life starts to grow out of it once you bring it into your house and get it in the right temps. And now you have fungus gnats. Now you have this bug, that bug. That's really a problem. So
spider mites you can
again, I really don't think that you should be using bag soil. Have a seedling soil also. That's good.
Yeah.
But it's because of nutrients. Sohum, you could do that. There's nothing really in it. It's just because of that. Weight is
It's
life
all
lost.
it's all
Yeah, dude.
dormant. Yeah.
Right.
Dry soil is dead soil.
Yep.
100%, dude. Like
Yep.
you get it to a point that, it could come back, but it will take time. So, through that process, you're rebuilding microbial life, and all you're doing is putting back its natural highway to communicate and transport different nutrients
Right.
and minerals through,
And that's
Yeah.
the same thinking behind no-till.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Every time you till, you disturb all that and it has to rebuild.
Right.
Right.
That's why you let her
That's what
be.
they do here in Virginia. They
Yeah.
do the no-till soil now.
Jamie, I agree with you, but you got to consider if that came from a place that might buy it from a place that stores it outside. So
Right.
like it's tough to get real clean soil. I'll be honest with you. It really is.
And you're going to pay for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually.
Now, one of the things that you can do is you can solarize your soil yourself by putting it into an oven, about a half-inch deep tray, and 180 degrees for an hour. That works, and everything that's good and bad will be gone. Then you can start by inoculating it with different types of bacteria. You could use mycorrhiza and different types of things to inoculate. There's more funguses out there, by the way. I know it's one's really, really popular, easy and cheap to get, but there are tons of things that you can do, to help your plant really need nothing. So, we have somebody here with us. Let me get him on here. He didn't
Here
go
he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
What's up?
Hot
Rod Wally.
Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there that are moms.
There we go.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker right here, you know what I'm saying?
What's up,
Right. What's up?
What's going on?
Oh,
Sorry I'm late. I was hanging out with my mother.
Well,
as you should be, man.
Yeah.
That's all good, dude.
Bro.
That's absolutely fine, brother.
Jamie Gray, the plant guy. Oh, that's you.
No, plant guy, Eric.
Guy. No,
that's someone different. That's not.
Okay.
This
Well,
way.
welcome. Hello. Native Gardens. Boom.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir. So, we actually have this all set up so it's nice, and everybody's stuff's coming up. Goes so many places, so many warehouses before you even gets to your local place, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And that's the whole thing that, like, if you're considering getting rid of variables and you have a grow tent and you could have everything be exactly optimal, then why even bother with that? You could get cocoa and, make your own sort of soil out of that and add whatever microbials you want to it, get some pumice. We're having a drum roll. Yes, let's do that.
All right.
Look at how fancy we're getting.
I was waiting for it for Rod.
yeah, right.
Yes, Rod. He is the one and only plant guy, Eric.
Yes.
You planted Mother's Day around this, Jamie? Well, glad we could be a part of it.
Oh, Jamie,
Much
thank
love.
you.
Yeah. But, you're better off making your own soil. You're better off making your own medium. You don't have to even call it soil. It could be a hybrid of everything.
Right.
You could put compost, cocoa, pumice. You could, shred up some Rockwool cubes, throw that in the middle. It really doesn't even matter. You can make a hybrid of all this stuff. It works great when the right stuff's there.
Right.
I know a lot of people that make up their soil, and I even used bag soil and mixed it in with my own soil.
Hey,
Boost the soil,
You too.
I know who that is. Goomba, how are you, my friend? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, brother. This guy that just commented happens to know a shitload about fungi and neuro like neurological shit with mushrooms. He knows a lot about that shit, dude. He'd actually be a great person to have on as a guest in Anything Grows. If you're interested, man, just let me know. Shoot me a message, but it'd be great to pick your brain, ask you some questions, man.
Yeah.
You might want to teach veterans about fungus.
Yeah, I love mycology, so I dabble myself. So I'd love to have you on, bro.
You see what Native Garden said to Jamie? Every grow, take what you learn and apply it to the next grow, and before you know it, you're growing better than us.
Yeah, that's
right.
right. Yeah,
that is a true statement, Native.
Right.
Very, very true, bro.
Absolutely.
I like re-amending with just bacteria and giving it some time, feeding at the end, and then re-amending with bacteria, a little bit of blank medium, mixing it all in, and then just starting over. Nootropics. Thank you, D2.
Nootropics.
Yes, that is what it's called.
Correct. Yeah.
It's pretty sick. So we have are you prepared, Hot Rod Wally?
Yeah. I don't have a rant.
Hold on. If you are prepared, that's fine, my man. Okay? But everybody's, going to be, it's got to be done right.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, listen, dude, it's just the way it is. So we have this new segment, and if everybody could just give a little applause for Hot Rod Wally. We have a segment, and it is called the Hot Rod Wally.
Well, it's Mother's Day, and I wanted just to take a few minutes to touch about that. I know now these days are different than when I was growing up, and the family unit is so diversely different than when I was a kid. But the one thing that we all have in common is that we were born because of a mom, regardless if that mother deserves your accolades for life or not, whether they were a great mom or not. The bottom line, without moms, there is no humanity. There's no society. There's no nothing without moms. And we have to give them at least enough credit for that. These days I see a video of a man with his girl. They have a baby, and they're talking about how the baby's having a hard time latching onto daddy's nipple. So that's what we see in today's society, guys. Something's not quite right. Without a mother, there's no life. Just we call our planet Mother Gaia, right? I would get home from my second job and go work on my plants. What did I call them? I go work on my girl. We used to name cars. Look at my girl. Look at that babe. The importance of women and the importance of motherhood should never be defamed, because without that, there's nothing, guys. So whether your mom deserves it or not, she deserves your respect for having you and giving you the blessings of your life. You were given a chance to breathe, and what you do with that chance is up to you. And all the blessings that you get in your life, even though you maybe have worked for them, you wouldn't have had it without her. That's my rant. Amen. Love you all. Here's my rant of the week. Only the people from up north will understand this. you've always lived up north, you understand it. If you've always lived in the south, you have no idea about this. Who's ever in charge at the gas station for turning the pump on to slow when it's getting close to what you paid? $1.50 before you get to where you're supposed to go, and it's fucking 13 degrees and there's a blizzard, and you're out there 28.41, 28.42, 28.43, 20. I want to strangle who's ever in charge of that. Everybody, there you go.
Segment.
Words of wisdom from Hot Rod Wally.
I don't know why
great.
he's not moving around with us.
There
it is.
you go.
Very well said.
That
Rod.
was
Very well
awesome.
said.
Thank you.
That will
Thank
be
you,
a
Rod.
new segment you will see every week.
Hot Rod Wally's hot lap. Peter, your question here: what's a hot lap? That's when you take a lap around like as fast as you can. It's usually around a track. Jamie, much love. Much love, Rod. Thank you for the rant.
Give me a chair dance. Baby.
Hey, do you know who I am? I'm Hot Rod Wally.
No, but that was definitely something that is 100% true.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, men are great, but we only can do so much, and then we only see visually so much. It's like, you can only see on a certain spectrum. Plants see on a certain spectrum.
Right.
Sometimes you can only see certain things in life too, and you need another perspective. I think men do good, but with just men's perspective, I think we may have seen how bad things can really get and stupid shit can really get. Just saying,
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think men would last too long. We'd be our own demise for sure.
Yeah, a man's world has been the way it's been for a long time. Wars, famine, all that crap.
Stupid pranks.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I had a friend say to his future wife, this is what he said to her one day. She was on his ass about something. He screwed something up, and he said this to her. He said, "Look, I'm a man. We fuck up. That's what we do."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Kevin's comment. Look at this. This is funny.
Kevin, I'll be out of here as well.
We're all out, bro.
We're all out of here.
I want some fucking stars, baby. I want you to shoot some stars my way.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's code for, but I can kick people out of the stream now. Couldn't do that before, but I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I would think I would kick myself out first. 100%.
Oh, it would be classic.
But one thing that is super overlooked is the women in the times of kingdoms.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So everybody thinks the king ran the kingdom.
No.
And like 80% of everything was decided by the queen behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep. Nothing has changed in that sense.
Did anyone
Behind
tell
every
their
good
mother
man
plants?
is a good woman.
Did anyone tell their mher plants Happy Mother's Day? Good point. Thank you, Nate.
I don't have it.
I did not this morning. Damn it.
Yeah, dude. But like, don't overlook that because and by the way, I also want to point out that the most intelligent and highest regarded people of the ancient times, even kingdoms, were the oracles and the seers and the people that had premonitions, and mostly they were women. They literally led the kingdoms. So,
yeah.
There's an absolute need. I wanted to just add that onto what you said in your hot lap there.
Look at all the badass shit women do that are moms. I mean, there are jet pilot fighter females that have kids, and look at that.
In that case, there's a good man behind the picture if that's the case. With You know?
You would hope so.
Yeah,
Or she beats his ass every time he fucks up because he can't
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, when you screw up, you got to sleep on the couch. When I screw up, I get beaten up like worse than my brothers beat me up. It's like, yep. Well, that's what you get. Rich, welcome, brother. Good evening.
Hey, Rich, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, we upgraded, pal. Hope you like it.
Yeah, we did.
I remember when I was 6 years old in the 6th grade at the middle school. We actually literally had a fight club. There was a park near the house called Welsh Park.
I did too.
And we used to call kids out, just fucking random. You, Welsh Park after school. Right?
That was like the flagpole.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the flagpole for you?
I was 15-0. No one wanted to come fight me no more. Fuck, I ain't fighting Wallback. Blah.
Oh.
I caught a kid with one hand.
What?
Here's my favorite mother story. I go to the park to fight this kid, and you can imagine a 12-year-old nub. Pinpoint accuracy, right in my eye socket. Just drop those bones right in the hole. Boom!
Oh, shit.
Down I went. And this kid, 12 years of his frustration being teased with, we just do a fucking boxing belt, dude. This kid beat off me for 20 fucking minutes. Knocked the molar out of the back of my jaw. I was covered up. He just kept pounding. 20 minutes.
I've been waiting for that one. Oh, son of a bitch, that was great.
I go home bloodied up. My school clothes were messed up. That's fucking grounded for a year.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I think I'm in all kinds of trouble. My eye is swollen shut. Can't see out of it. I'm bleeding out of my mouth. I look like a backwards golf ball. I had knots from the fucking nub. He nubbed me in my temples, my fucking head, everywhere. This picked me up like you wouldn't believe. Everybody watched. I get home. I sit in my mom's chair. She must be doing laundry or something. I sit in the chair. I start crying, dude. I was walloped, man. And she come up from downstairs and come around the corner. She saw me scratched up, beat up, and bloody. And I thought I was going to be in trouble for my school clothes. And she said, honey, what happened to you? I got beat up, Mom. Fucking bad. She knew it was bad. She come over in that chair and sat next to me and held me like I was a little boy. I was 12, so, I'm a big kid,
Yeah.
She just held me and nurtured me. And it was going to be all right. Let's get out of your clothes. Let me get your ice. Let me see that hole in your mouth, And she was kind and loving and caring, and she didn't beat my ass for my school clothes being.
That's awesome.
Magical love.
Yeah.
Magical love.
Your dad would whoop your ass for.
My dad came over, got the belt out, beat my ass for my school clothes. So.
Yeah. He's like, hey, did you get your ass beat? Well, yeah, you're going to get your ass beat again. Way to go. Should have beat that kid up.
Or all those times you fucked up and your mom, maybe didn't tell dad so that way you didn't get your ass whooped, you know what I mean?
Moms do everything.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
Anyway, there you go.
Yep.
Let's take another. I got to pack this up.
Stoner salute to mothers, maybe?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Dude, I even cleaned my bubbler for the new live.
Did we all talk about ourselves a little bit? This is an intro. This was an intro to the podcast.
We did not, but we can touch on it.
Didn't we? I mean, Rod just talked about himself.
If you want.
Todd, you didn't bring anything up? I thought you brought up something.
No, but I can if you want. I think most of the people that are in the group know something about me.
There it is. Look it up
now.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's what's going to happen to me.
All right, so
I've been growing for a very long time, not continually, but I've got close to 40 years of growing under my belt. There you go.
Forgive us, guys. It's only gonna be a week. We'll get over it.
Yeah, Todd. When you started growing, I was born.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
and that's crazy.
you're right, dude. To think of
I
it like
feel
that.
old now, but yeah, I mean, we started growing out of necessity. You know, if one kid in my grade could afford a bag of weed, it wouldn't last long, but we would grab a couple seeds out of it, and and back in those days they called them lids. $15 lid you got, and you know, uh, out of necessity, pot was $15 for a lid's not it's not expensive, but back then that money to a
Right.
kid was too much money. You know, we used to go to the local hardware store, and we would steal fittings in the plumbing aisles to make our pipe. You know, and I just typical stuff like that. But I did a lot of gorilla grows and stuff like that, which was in our local huge. We had a state park next to us. But yeah, so I have a lot of experience indoors and outdoors. I've tried everything at least once if it's bro science. Sometimes it didn't work out so well, but also did a lot of my own bro science and lost a lot of plants. But I've been from the bottom to full huge crops later on in my growing, and it's just awesome. I'm glad I'm here to talk about it, and I feel real old now. You're gonna hit the sad horn for me, Eric. Wah, wah, wah. There you go.
I love that one, dude. That's great.
It's
Oh,
so
that's
good.
funny. It is so good.
Yeah.
But we don't have
Oh my God.
thing though.
Native Gardens, 100%. I remember robbing those screens out of the sink. My mom would get so
Yes.
fucking pissed.
Oh, absolutely.
So pissed, dude.
Make a
That's
bowl.
so
You can
funny,
get them at the
dude.
hardware store. We used to
Yep.
steal them from the hardware store with the pipes.
Yep.
It's
funny.
We
And
would
you'd see her the
take
next
toilet
day, turn the
paper.
faucet on and off, like, what the fuck's wrong with the street?
Yeah,
yeah.
sprays down, comes all over the counters.
Right.
Oh
we
man.
used to empty the toilet paper roll and get the center. We cut a hole in it. We take some foil and wrap it around.
Yeah.
Make
Make a little steamroller.
Yep.
Cost every time, dude. Like the
Yeah.
driest cardboard hit you could ever ask for. But
Yeah.
smoking weed.
Dude, we stepped it up to a wrapping paper roll. The inside of that.
Oh yeah.
So it's massive.
And you always had that one friend that was sticking lift the end of it, and by the time you were done smoking,
It's all soggy.
cardboard was sticking, and
Yeah, it's like a wet butthole.
You got that aluminum tape for the foil.
I just use my lips. Yeah, right.
Right. You're not supposed to put it inside of your mouth.
I know,
Richard
right?
said he got grounded every week from that.
He was just,
Take an extended 8mm socket.
yes.
Yeah, dude.
For a 3/8 drive, so it goes tapers down, so you can put a nice solid amount of nugs in there. But
I wonder if you're gonna do what I used to do. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I didn't really do anything crazy.
Anything past that?
If you took a nug and you kind of jammed it in the backside, then you could put ground weed in the front side and smoke it, and the bud would be like a filter.
So I used to do the same thing, take a socket, but yeah, same scenario though, it's stepped, and you take like a 3/8 drive, like you said.
Right.
But then I would hollow out a pen, and then I'd heat up one end of the pen, and I'd mold it over the smaller end, so you actually had like a little pipe going on.
Yeah, I didn't add plastic into any of mine because I was afraid of killing myself.
Nah, the socket took all the heat.
Come on, you don't even think about that. I used
All
to
right,
drink from
brother.
the garden hose.
Have a good night, brother.
Take it easy, Eric.
I'll look out for your call, bro. The old soda can. Now they have a porcelain. They have a porcelain soda can bowl.
Really?
It's
Really?
ridiculous. Yeah, it's a crushed porcelain soda can with holes in the top.
Oh wow!
Just for nostalgia, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I'd
native, 100%, dude. You need that. You need the 8 mil,
Right.
quarter inch. Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which one
Yeah.
always goes missing in the toolbox?
10 mil,
10
100%.
mil. That's
10 mil.
right. 10
It's
mil.
like they knew not to give us multiples. You get like 50 of some other stuff, but
Yeah.
no,
They don't give
nothing,
you a
just
multiple
one
10.
10 mil. Yeah, no. They do it on purpose.
If I had done it to my dad's tools, I would have come up missing.
Yeah, dude. Aluminum
I
foil
never got him for it.
around a pencil and then bend it. Yeah, that's
What is it?
you take aluminum foil, you wrap it around a pencil, you take the pencil out, and then you just bend it.
Oh, I got you. Okay,
and you
all
have
right.
a bowl with like an ash catcher in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
wow.
mysterious 10 millimeter socket.
That's it.
Yeah.
You've seen it, Jamie. I'm pretty sure Grav Labs makes it.
I've seen the
Is it Grab
Coca-Cola
Labs? That's awesome.
There's
I
a
think so.
Coca-Cola can that has that. I've seen it. That one.
I love Grab Labs.
Have you guys seen the new
No one steals, it just disappears.
It does, dude. It drops into the
travel mug?
abyss.
It's actually a ball. You guys seen that?
What is it?
It's a travel. It looks like a travel mug, but it's a bong.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boom! You're smoking.
Yeah.
Right out of this. Yeah, right out of the straw.
It looks like an aluminum. Water
like a tumbler.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fucking the greatest invention ever was also a step 10 mil socket for like a 1/2 inch, and you'd load the shit out of it. But before that, you would find a lid for a 5-gallon jug, cut the very bottom off the 5-gallon jug, and you would melt the 10 mil. You would heat that up and jam it into a cap. And then you would pack that thing full of weed, and then you'd go and take the cap off. You put this thing in a pool, a 5-gallon pool, and you make a 5-gallon Grav bong, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
Best. 5 gallons, right? Like everybody would have to hit it a few times, they'd have to hit it a few times.
Wow.
If you're ever in need, what does it say? If you're ever in need, peel the foil off gum paper. Good roll up paper. Oh, really? Never really needed to roll up.
That's a jail trick right there.
In the past, I have
prison trick.
I've used like the tampon paper, like that they come in back in the day, was like exactly like rolling paper.
Wow.
I almost clicked it, Rod, but thank you.
That's good time. Measures.
Oh,
it's worse that it's longer away from where it needed to be. You broke your toilet and raged out. You're back now. Okay. Good to know.
Well, what'd you use to rage on it?
You choked it out.
Your head.
Yourself.
You can tell how mad you are.
Gravity bong. Yeah, exactly, Rich. You do that in a pool. Do that in a pool.
In a pool, it goes way down.
You could do that in a pool. You could do that in a lake. You could take one out. If you're swimming at a lake, you take it out to the dock. And it's so fucking cool. You just lean over the dock side.
Off the side,
clip the top on, fucking fill it up, and you can pass it around the dock as long as you keep it in the water and keep the top closed. It's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
Really cool. That was like a go-to thing we had to have. I grew up on a lake, so it's like we always fucking had like one of those really stupid like Walmart 2-gallon tall fucking water things with the handle on it. That was like a great grab bong. We always had one of those, the bottom cut off in our car, and everybody'd be like, what is that? Like, I don't know. It's garbage. Fago 3-liter pop bottle, 5-gallon gravity bucket. That's awesome, dude.
Richie's like the MacGyver of fucking making paraphernalia, bro.
Rich says the bathroom's better because the
bed's not far away.
Yeah, dude, you want a hybrid when you do that for sure.
Great.
Coffee canister.
Yeah, there you go.
No way.
That's going to show you how old
I used to have a friend who used to roll around with a cooler in his trunk full of water, and then a 2-liter in there. And whenever he wanted to take a gravity bong, he just had it right in his trunk.
The only thing I ever got in a coffee canister was weed. We used to take our weed, Mexican weed, packed in Spanish coffee, and I had to open it with a can opener, and that was the weed. But it was packed in there. You know, it was Mexican ditch weed. You
Right.
know, but
Yeah.
that's what I did with the coffee canister. I should have kept one of those for nostalgic purposes because it was pretty neat.
Y'all ever use a bowling ball? You pack the thumb and you smoke it out of the middle finger.
What, dude?
What?
What?
Or a bowling ball.
You gotta drill a hole, don't you?
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, I was gonna say, Jesus.
There you go. Oh man.
I was like, there's no way this guy smoked out of a bowling ball. And then I looked at
I
Rob
know.
and I'm like, he's probably smoked out of a bowling ball.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Rack, you know?
He's done it, dude. For some reason, he's just done it. You know, there's no way to know that he hasn't, but
Right.
Who's that?
dude, I really love the organic bongs and bowls made out of like apples and fucking bananas.
Oh yeah,
and
dude. You
like
can eat
that.
it after. Yeah, dude.
Right. Yeah, you just cut off the burnt weed spot.
Yeah, and just eat it. Yeah. Apples. Apples was like a go-to too when we were
Oh,
young.
Jesse.
So you mean my
Hard
ex?
Knock College. Wow.
That's right. Yes.
I don't even want to entertain that comment, Chris. Thank you for your time. We're gonna remove that comment. We're gonna keep this from getting into sad trumpet.
Leave it to Chris.
Sad trumpet moments, you know.
Gosh, that was funny.
Smoke them if you got them. And we're gonna be signing out after this one. So thank you everybody for coming out.
Yeah, for our first run here.
It was fun, guys. This was a blast.
I appreciate you guys for being part of Anything Grows. This is going to be an awesome year. Guys, you should be expecting somewhere around 50 episodes, just like we'd been there, which we ended at 52 episodes. So we did that for a full year. We intend to do the same with Anything Grows. Get ready, buckle in, and
enjoy the ride.
Enjoy it.
And check it out about cultivating greatness. We have stepped up our game, and we expect everybody in this group to step up their growing game.
That's right.
Yeah.
Smoked out of potatoes.
Good night, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day, moms.
yes, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. It was cool as hell. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate you. Kevin, it's a good time. Thank you, sir. I really don't know how to do this backwards, so we're going to have a countdown to leave, I guess. So here we go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,